Hello, this is Greg Coleridge, Director of the Northeast Ohio American Friends Service Committee. Many of us have, as children, had dolls. If you were a girl, you probably had something like a Barbie doll or equivalent. A guy, they didn't call them dolls, they called them, action figures, G.I. Joe and the like. In any event, whatever the doll may be, many of us as children dressed them up, talked to them. They became our friends, sometimes our surrogate brothers and sisters. We gave them names, personalities, and sometimes we talked to them, and sometimes they talked back. These things, dolls, even though they may have been only pieces of cloth or styrofoam, were to us, as we pretended, persons, real persons, persons with personalities. Well, this pretending that went on as children, of course, ended when we became adults. But there's another kind of pretending that's been going on for a very long time, and that's been by the United States Supreme Court against business corporations. The Supreme Court has, for more than a century, pretended that business corporations are, in fact, people, with all the rights and all the powers that we as human beings, flesh and blood, possess, including rights protected under the Constitution, including Bill of Rights protections. It goes back to 1886, when for the first time corporations were anointed by the Supreme Court as persons protected under the 14th Amendment, due process and later equal protection. Later on, other rights were extended, all the while corporations were amassing greater powers to be involved in politics and to influence what goes on in our economy and our society. This past January, the Supreme Court issued a decision, Citizens United versus Federal Elections Commission, that gave corporations the right and the power to dip into their corporate treasury. This is something they've never been able to do before, and use those funds to donate or invest in efforts to defeat or elect politicians of their choosing. This is going to dramatically alter the power and ability, which has already been considerable, to influence policies to their liking. We believe that corporations should not have these kinds of powers and authority, that corporations should not be treated as persons with constitutional protections, that the Bill of Rights should be reserved exclusively for human beings, people with consciences, with the ability to feel, with the ability to reason, with the ability to be accountable and responsible, all of which corporations cannot be. Toward that end, we, as well as other organizations around the country, are involved in an effort to abolish business corporate rights, that corporations should not have constitutional protections. The effort has been called Move to Amend, to create a constitutional amendment to abolish any and all constitutional rights. Corporations certainly should be able to exist and be involved in creating goods and services, but not to be involved in politics, in governing, in ruling, in having the authority to make decisions that affect our lives, our neighborhoods, our communities, and our natural world. Hopefully, you will join us to become involved in this seminal effort to abolish corporate rights. Information about that is at the end of this video. Thank you.